All right, both of our vibratory tumblers are in wash cycles. We've got our Picture Jasper with our Australian Lace Agate, both in 500 aluminum oxide, are in a Dawn wash cycle. It's time to take it outside, dump it out, rinse it, and then I'm going to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner and then move it to 1000. Yay! So we can turn that unit off, put the lid back on it, and then take it out. Now let's see how our Sera windowed rhyolite, which is in a bath, but from its 1000 aluminum oxide, stage 4 pre-polish. I ended up getting a little wooden stick here to move things around instead of trying to use my fingers. And it's ready. To get rinsed out and put into polish. Yay! I love it when things move along midweek. Okay, be right back. Alright, we are back from rinsing off our Sera Jasper, or windowed rhyolite as it's also known. And we put it in our little buckets. Oh, and I think that's too much water in the unit. Let me drain some of that out. I should have put these in first. Be right back. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's turn the unit on. Make sure our water levels are good. Okay, everything looks really good. Let's set the timer for 25 minutes. Alright. And then we're gonna turn this on and let this new clean cycle, secondary cleaning cycle, work. And then we'll prep the barrel for polish. Oh, I'm so excited. See you in half an hour. All right, let's see. The water does not really look that murky. I mean, it's definitely dirty, but it's not horrific. So there wasn't a whole lot of polish left in the stones. But now we need to get everything ready for polish. So let's take our polish barrel. I've already labeled the lid. Let's get it wet inside. Nice and damp. There's a little bit of standing water in there, but that's all right because I'm going to drain it before we get anywhere else. Actually, I'm going to put water in here because I'm going to try a different method. And what I'm doing is trying to cushion the stones going into the barrel. So we're going to have a little bit of a drop. Don't want them really smacking too much. Just trying to give it a cushion. polished ceramics. Alright, now we have our polished ceramics. And we're going to put these in here. Normally I put them in wet, but we already have water in the barrel. I probably should use a funnel. That's in the other room. Now we've spoken about this nodule several times. That's our fill line. And I think we're good. We're well below it. So let's take our empty little bucket here and drain our water into it. I know, it's so technical. There. We're going to definitely need some more ceramics. And this time I put the ceramics in the water first. Just going to dump from one to another to make our life easier. Alright, that's as full as I want it to be. We're done with the ceramics. We're going to put our 1 tablespoon of borax in here. Normally I like to do this when it's on the machine, but filming in the other room is really hard. So, borax is done. And now we have our stage 5 2-micron aluminum oxide polish. This is a 4-pound hopper. People usually put like a teaspoon of polish. But I want to put 2 tablespoons, which is probably more than I need. Alright, now let's go put it on the machine and see what we're getting. Alright, we're in the other room, set the camera up. As you can see, I can't really get into that bucket. So let's move the camera. Let's put the camera off this one. Let's get this polish slowly going. Looking really, really good. Where it hit, you know, could slow it down just a tidge. That's good. Okay, we'll see this window Lortone or Sera Jasper in about 3 days. I'll be checking it periodically to make sure it doesn't knock off the dry out. Let's move on to the next barrel. And we're back with our Picture Jasper and our Australian Lace Agate. We are going to get them ready for a nice little bath in the ultrasonic cleaner. They've just been washed in a Dawn soap cycle, and they just come out of the 500 or stage 3 aluminum oxide, and they're going to get them ready to go into the 500, excuse me, to the 1000. Just regular plain tap water. I'm not putting any soaps or anything in this. Let's just set that in our unit. Make sure the water levels are good, that the stones are covered. Yep, everything's covered. The water levels are all equal everywhere. Alright. We'll see this in 30 minutes. I'm not using a heat cycle either. Just... Can we turn that off? That's off. Okay. I'm going to turn it on and we'll see it in 30 minutes. And we're back with our Picture Jasper and our Australian Lace Agate, which has just finished a 30-minute cycle in the ultrasonic cleaner. And you can see the water's really cloudy. Wow. This one more so than this, which leads me to believe that this one had more fissures and cracks in it than this one did. Interesting. Alright, I am going to go dump this water outside and I will be right back. Oh, that was fast. Okay. I'm going to do this the same as we did the Sera Jasper, the one I'll never pronounce properly. Anyway, I'm going to take this barrel, which is dry, fill it with some water to help cushion the drop of the stones into the barrel, which I want to do as gentle as possible. Let's add a little bit of our 1000 aluminum oxide ceramic that we have set aside. Let's dump that in the water too. The rest of the stones in. Don't want too much ceramic in there. It seems pretty full. We could use a little more ceramic. Yeah, that's good. Let's drain the rest of the water out. Whew. All right. Clean that up later. We are going to attempt to set the camera up in the other room and see if we can get this set up with our aluminum oxide and borax. Be right back. to do backwards. Well, we got shadows, we've got bad angles. Oh, I need to find someone else to do this. Alright, we're going to cap it up and we'll see it in a couple days. Stage 4 underway. Alright, it's been 4 days, 4 days. We're going to check on our Sera Jasper or window rhyolite. It's in polish. Let's see if it's locked up again. Let's take a piece out, go wash it off, and see how it's doing. Be right back. And we're back after doing a quick rinse, and I dried this piece off. Just checking the polish level. And I think we're going to be really happy with this. I mean, it hasn't been burnished yet. It hasn't gone through a wash cycle. I just did a real quick rinse just to check the polish. I'm very happy with that. So what we're going to do is turn this thing back on. A little bit non-dish soap in there. Fill it with water. And we're going to give it a 30-minute bath cycle. Wash it. Then we're going to rinse it off, put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and inspect it. Oh my gosh, I think we're finally finished with this barrel. Alright, we'll be right back. And we're back with our Picture Jasper and Australian Lace Agate, which has been running for 4 days in our 1000 aluminum oxide. Real good story. Give it its bath cycle. Clean it out, and then we'll do an inspection and see if it's ready to go to polish. Lots of water. Okay, we will see this in 30 minutes. Alright, we're going to clean out our polish barrel of our Sera Jasper, also known as window rhyolite. It's just finished a 30-minute Dawn dish soap bath. Shiny once we dry it off. Alright, let's take this inside and do a inspection. And we're back with our Picture Jasper and our Australian Lace Agate that has been running for 4 days in 1000 aluminum oxide pre-polish. And it's just finished a 30-minute dawn wash cycle. Well, you know what? Ceramics fall through the holes on this stuff. So let's put another one in here to catch the overflow. Looking really pretty. I think it's definitely ready to move to polish, but we'll know when we go inside for the inspection. See, catching all the little overflows. All right, we'll be right back. All right, let's do a quick inspection of our Sera windowed rhyolite. And let's see if any of this is ready for the burnish cycle. I'm fairly certain it is. Dry it off. Oh, yep, we got a shine. Now we just need to do a burnish, and we're going to do our burnish in the ultrasonic cleaner. We're going to change up our process because our little things like that right there, we're going to try and get that polish out of there. So let's just move these to our nice clear little container. Let's put some just fresh tap water in it. To make sure the stones are covered. And we're going to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's fill this one. Okay, add some water. Make our camera a little taller. You can see we've got it set for 30 minutes. Set this inside too. A little more water level. Everything's even. And we're going to press the button and we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay. Oh, it sounds so much better when that machine shuts off. There's some cloudiness to the water, so there's definitely polish coming out. Whoops, I need to pour that on the table. Alright, we're going to go dump this outside. Rinse it off with tap water and be right back. All these steps. Alright, let's see what we've got. We have this windowed rhyolite that is finished with its 30-minute burnish. Now let's dry these off. Now that we've got all the polish out that we're going to. Holy crap, look at that shine. Wow. Yeah, all dried off. Look at that. You can see a little bit of undercutting from some of the softer materials cutting away. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, that ultrasonic cleaner is doing a good job. It's a little bruised, this piece is. Wow. Alright, I'm just going to lay these out and let them air dry. Oh, looks like there's still some polish in there. I'm going to put that one. I'll grab my polish toothbrush here. See if we can get any more of that polish out. The one thing about the vibrating tumblers is it really gets that polish in any cracks and crannies and crevices and pits, and pick a term. And that's why you really need to make sure that these are as flawless as possible before they go into a vibratory unit. Yeah, I think we got that. Surprised the ultrasonic cleaner didn't get all that out. Maybe it wasn't in long enough. Wow. I am really, really happy with these. I am going to go over them all. And just double check them. Just to make sure that we don't have any polish stuck anywhere. It's an optical illusion there. Wow. Cool. Very, very happy with the way that these turned out. I mean, we had a few issues with the vibratory unit with them locking up. That we kind of figured out was because the unit wasn't level. And I may have had the barrels over full. So it could have been a couple of little issues. Okay, we're calling this a success. I'm gonna just go through, take my little toothbrush and some water, make sure we've got everything else off of it, give it another little rinse under the tap, let it air dry, and we are done with these beautiful stones. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy with them. So happy with them. All right, we'll be right back. Isn't it lovely? Okay, we're gonna let it air dry. Yeah, I'm really super happy with it. I'm a little nothing. I'm very, 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 very pleased with this. I went over this even after it was in the ultrasonic cleaner. I did go with a really light, just plain tap water and my polished toothbrush, you know, the one I use for polish, just to get any little residual anything off. There was a slight stickiness to it, and I think that was left over from the Dawn wash when I gave it a bath in the Dawn. And then I just put it in plain tap water in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it got cloudy, so that means it got some of the polish out, and I think some of that polish made the stones a little sticky, so there's kind of a 2-for on there. So that's why I put them in plain tap water, and then washed them with a toothbrush, just to not necessarily dig into everything, but to get the surface, to get all the last little sticky parts off of it. So now they don't feel sticky, they feel super smooth. They don't feel sticky at all anymore. So that worked. And it is completely dry. The patterns in this are really, really cool. I am super, super happy with this. Yeah, good and dry. Trying to chase that shine across the surface. You can see all the different stone that makes up this Sera Jasper, also known as window rhyolite. Oh, this is fun. It's a really interesting stone. I like that one. It's got a lot of pink in it. Completely dry. Woo! Love it, love it, love it. Now I gotta figure out which one's my favorite. I don't know. They're all so lovely. Wow, look at this one. See how rough that was? That was part of the host. And it just wore away a little bit. You can see the little bumps from the chalcedony. And then kind of like a whole different structure on this end of the stone. So cool. Absolutely lovely. A little bit of quartz bruising on this one. But you can see when you chase the shine over it, it's under the surface of the stone. And quartz does tend to fracture like that. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a bumpy texture. You know, it's not completely flat. Wow. I'm really loving this. I did not think we were going to get this kind of a finish off of it because it kept locking up. Wow. This is so pretty. Alright, this one is done. I do like those pinks. Wow. We're going to call this finished. And we'll be right back. And we're back with our Australian lace agate. It has run 4 days in 1000 aluminum oxide in the vibratory tumbler. So now we're just gonna finish. We did a little 30-minute Dawn wash cycle, and then we rinsed it off just with, you know, regular plain tap water. And now we're going to do an inspection, make sure there's no broken pieces, make sure it's good to move forward to polish. Want to make sure that there's no grit left in any of these little holes here. And these are wet, so you know what, let me dry it off. There's a little more of a matte shine to it. The surface feels really nice. Just want to make sure there's no grit in these little pockets, these little crystal pockets. And then just to be triple sure, I'm going to put these in an ultrasonic bath. Just want to make sure that there's no damage before they go in there. Wow, some lovely, lovely pieces. And this is not to be confused with Mexican crazy lace. This is from Australia. See, that druzy pocket I'm especially concerned with. It's got really small and really thin. That is not Australian lace. I had two types of stone running in the barrel. I had a Picture Jasper, which we're going to look at next. Whew. This is just so cool. Yeah, I think that's going to be an issue, but that's why I'm pretty sure all of these will fit in one of my little baskets for the vibratory cleaner. Yeah. I mean, they're getting pretty small. A lot of really smalls in here. Some of those were chips off bigger stones that happened in stage 1. Like it would break, the piece would break, and they were so pretty, and they have such a amazing patterning in them. I left them to continue. It's like I have very few large pieces left. Everything's getting kind of small. Yeah, this all feels just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let's just get this prepped and ready. I felt that. It's a big druzy pocket. Alright, I just want to pour plain tap water. Make sure that the stones are covered. Because if they're not, it's not going to, the ultrasonic cleaner is not going to help it any. Alright. Put that in the ultrasonic cleaner and we'll see that in 30 minutes. I'll be right back. We are back with our Picture Jasper, which has spent 4 days in 1000 aluminum oxide pre-polish. These are all wet, and they just came out of a little wash cycle. Now we're going to see if they're ready to move on to polish. Wow, this is a really, really good surface. It's really super smooth. It's definitely ready to move forward. There is next to no pitting and fracture marks on this picture jasper. I got really, really lucky with the rough that we had ordered. It's really pretty. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to put it in an ultrasonic bath because I'm trying to fit that in as a standard practice now, even though the stones have like nothing wrong with them. Like there's nowhere for anything to catch. So I'm curious, because I'm going to run this at the same time they run the Australian lace agate. They're in separate buckets. So see how the water comes, because the Australian agate has a lot of druzy pockets, pitting, fracture marks. Here's one fracture mark on this stone. And these have like next to none. So I'm really super curious about how cloudy the water will come out. I'm going to run these for 30 minutes. Make sure everything is covered. Alright, let's put it in the unit. Set the timer for 30 minutes. Alright, our water level here is right up with these. Okay, Australian lace agate picture jasper, 30 minutes, and we'll be right back. Alright, it's time to do our barrel washouts, and we're going to start with our Lepidolite this week. This hopefully is the last we'll have in stage 1. We have run multiple cycles over the last 3 months of Lepidolite, all in stage 1, trying to use up all the stock that we had. Look how violet that is. Such a lovely lilac. Super thick. Alright, now with the borax in it, it should just be a spray off cleaning. And it is, but I just want to go around that lid. And looking at the lid, I'm not sure you can see this. There is just like the slightest bit of an air pocket. So we want to burp this gasket. Get all that out there. So that lays flat again. There, better. It feels grainy, and that's because of the stone. Super easy clean out. Of stone residue. That was in there, but it's gone now. You can see, even after an 8-day cycle, there's a lot of grit left over. And we added a lot of ceramics to the barrel because we wanted to cushion the stone loss because it was getting smaller and smaller. But, and we also needed volume in the barrel because even in our 1.5 barrel, there wasn't really enough stone to run everything. So I can see there's still some pieces that need to run a little bit longer. They just might get cold. Spray down. Yeah, like, I mean, pieces like this need more time because if they're not smooth, if we don't have a smooth surface, we're never going to get a good polish. So this experiment might be a bust by the time we're finished. You can see there's a lot of little tiny pieces in here. Some that we put in to use as barrel filler, but others, like this, is brand new breakage. And you expect that in stage 1, especially since we kept putting fresh rough in. And then again, it is a soft stone, so it could just be shredding. Yeah, so there's a lot of breakage. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go through, pick out this breakage, and set it aside, so I'm going to continue. And we're back with our Unikite barrel, and this hopefully will be the last. It's in stage 1. We ended up moving it to our 1.5 pound barrel, and we added some moonstone and amazonite, some labradorite. All the ites are in this barrel. It just needed some more time. 60-90. So we just had like 2 or 3 pieces of each of those batches left over that needed more time in stage 1, and we were able to put it in this barrel to help fill it. I love how easy the borax cleanouts are, just by adding it to the grit. You don't ever have anything stuck to the bottom of the barrel. Everything cleans out really well. And we ran an 8-day cycle. Might have been a 9-day cycle. September 21st is when we put these in, and today's the 30th. 9-day cycle. We had no ceramics in the barrel because we were trying to work out everything we could, and we had enough room. Or volume in the barrel, but we didn't need it. Okay. Boy, look at these amazonites. Looks like 5, 6, 7 pieces of that, 8 pieces. Wow, we got a lot more than I thought. Oh, that's looking beautiful now. And then there's some labradorite, which bruises so easily. Yeah, look at that. Whew, moonstone. Wow. It feels lovely in the hand. Just absolutely delightful. I think this will all be ready to move on to 120. Needs more. Yeah, I'm just making sure. It just feels so super smooth. Oh, there's some sunstone in here too. I just wanted to make sure this wasn't in 120 because it feels so glassy smooth. I almost swear this was coming out of 120. Wow. And here's our Unikite. Absolutely stunning. I'm really excited about this. Feels good. I'm sure most of this is ready to move forward. We did have 2 chips. So a piece of moonstone fractured off and a piece of Unikite. So we're going to have to look for those when we do the inspection. Not seeing anything else fractured off. Alright, and we'll take that inside. Gosh, it really does feel pretty smooth. Was that in 120? It says 60-90, so just feels much better than that. Okay, we'll be right back. We are back with our Sodalite. Let's see how it did. We also had some obsidians in here. See the same Mohs hardness, and we needed filler in the barrel. As you see, we had a little bit of ceramic media. It's kind of a thin slurry. That looks grainy. Look at how grainy that looks. Let's check that out. Is that green or is that... That could be from the firework obsidian. Or it could be that the grit didn't do what it was supposed to do. I think it's from the firework obsidian. Maybe it was grit in the bottom of the barrel. There may be a lot of stuff in there. Maybe that's breakage. Probably because this firework obsidian is so heavy in such large pieces. Still feels like it needs more time. And then these little snowflakers, they're feeling really good. But they might be almost ready. Just let the fire. And then now our just the last couple of pieces of our Sodalite, and we have a chip, so we're going to have to find that in here because we don't want that piece to move forward unless it's smoothed itself out already. Not seeing any other chips, just the one, so that's good. Oh, there's something else in there. Alright, we're moving up to our 3-pound barrels now. And this is a new project we started last week, and this is Scolecite. It's a softer stone, Mohs hardness of 5 to 5.5, and it's only been 9 days in 60-90 silicon carbide, and we have no idea what is going to happen to this stone. So far, there's still pieces left. I thought it would kind of come down to nothing. I'm really super curious to see how this is going to run. This is like a little adventure. Okay, the barrel cleaned out okay. Around the lid, and the lid's got some of that gas buildup too. A lot of grit left over. grit. I just think girls are running slow. This is crazy. This is super easy to fracture. It's just got an insane pattern. You see how there's a lot of grit left in all this. Make sure to get that out. I should have cut all that off with the tile saw, because this is going to just carry grit forward to the next stage. But I'm kind of doing a lot of experiments with this, so I kind of want to see how good that ultrasonic cleaner is going to work keeping that in there. And this is a nice piece. It's got a lot of peach on it. Wow, can you see that pattern? Just like a fan shape. This is really, really cool. I did cut this up on a tile saw last week. Goodness, this is just crazy. Wow. I do think, though, if I ever do this again in the future, I'm going to cut that post rock off. You know, because it's just really crazy. Dang. This is turning out better than I thought it would. After 1 week, I thought it would be an absolute disaster. We had this one piece shear off when we did the tile saw, and I just put it in here to see how fast it would break, and it's holding up. So I don't know how long it's going to hold up. That's kind of cool. And then these are just little tiny chips, you know, that have broken off, you know, fractured off as we're going along. So I'm going to just put that in there. I'm going to put these pieces in some of the inspection. I'm going to pull these off for another project. Dead leaf. New projects, a new stone to us, completely cool. Be right back. Okay, we got another mixed barrel of just stones all catching up to their assorted projects. We've got black onyx and green tree moss agate in here, and green jasper. So that'll be fun separating those out. We just needed more time in stage 1 before they can move forward with the rest of their batches. And we used topaz as our filler in this barrel instead of ceramic medium. And again, my gosh, all the barrels have got a lot of gas buildup. I'm glad the barrels didn't burst. That's not a fun cleanup. Looks like there's some amethyst in there too. Just experimenting with a bunch of different barrel fillers to keep the volume up on these. Pretty good for the grit usage. Very little left over. We have a really big piece of bloodstone that I've had in various barrels of stage 1 for ages because I have a rough spot I'm trying to work off, and this over here is a little rough too. So we've got the jasper and the green tree moss agate both in here. Those are going to be fun to tell apart. Have to do that inside. outside with better lighting. It feels really good, but there is still some rough patches on it. And of course, I'm not really running amethyst as a project. I'm just using it as barrel filler because it's kind of a little experiment. We might end up at the end of the day with some amethyst pieces too. Piece of peach aventurine. Just little pieces, all the same moss hardness, all around 7, so that we can all run in the same barrel, not damage each other. Everything left in here is topaz. Little tiny. I'm not expecting there to be any topaz left by the time I'm done. I am definitely using this as a ceramic media substitute on Mohs hardness 7 stones because that topaz is a little bit harder, like a 7.5 to an 8. So I really don't want it on anything softer than a 7. We are back with our landscape Jasper, which has run 9 days in stage 1. Wow, look at that. This was a new project we started last week. I'm really kind of curious to see how this is going to turn out. Look at how thick that is. It's crazy sauce. It's like all the barrels had gas pulled up under the lids this week. Interesting. I think that's because they ran 9 days instead of the typical 7. So now we did this with no ceramic media because it was the first week we were doing this. We want to get as much grindage as we can. Gosh, I really think I'm using too much grit. And I'm using less than what is recommended. So in a 3-pound barrel, the standard wisdom is to use 3 tablespoons of 60/90 stage 1 grit. I've been doing 2 because I did an experiment where I had less left over too, and I'm thinking I could probably even cut that down. Gosh, that's 30 landscape Jasper. Really pretty peachy colors though. This is definitely my color palette, and I love these. Wow. Gosh, this is beautiful. You know, it almost looks like that Spiritite that we ran from Mexico. But nobody really knew what it was. The vendor couldn't really tell me. I'm tickled pink about this so far for 1 week. I think definitely going to have to run a 2nd week. There's more shaping that needs to happen. I'm very happy with it. Had 2 little broken pieces. That was it. As you can see, that barrel's only half full, so we did lose about 1/3 of the barrel of mass. Alright. Let's tuck this away. Got our next barrel. Okay. This is the last of our 3-pound barrels for this week, and we are running a new project, Desert Jasper, in 60/90 silicone carbide grit. That's been running for 9 days. Wow. Super thin, really runny, and kind of oily. That's really interesting. There's a couple stones stuck in there. No grit stuck though, but look at how oily that grit is. Or the slurry rather. like the other barrels we've run this week, gas buildup. So let's burp on these lids. Build up on the rim, which is interesting. Haven't seen that. Minimal grit left over. You can see this, and it's smooth. It's not grainy, so it did get used up, but it does separate from the rock. Chippage in the barrel. There's our little broken chips that came off. I'm soft fracture chips. It's interesting what this broke. I'm going to keep them in there. Oh, it's really pretty. A lot prettier than I thought it was going to be. Check out this gray piece. Wow. And I can tell already it's going to need more time. Looks like Unikite. Ooh, does that feel like glass? God, I swear that was Unikite. This is an interesting one. This Desert Jasper. Okay, can't wait to go through the inspection on this stuff. Alright, we will be back with our 4.5 pound barrel. Alright, we are back with our 4.5 pound barrel, which is running crushed prairie agate, and we have run prairie agate previously, and as a matter of fact I have some that's going into, no I don't, that's Picture Jasper, never mind. Anyway, we've got some of this sitting on the shelf waiting to catch up, and I found more rough on the shelf, so I just kind of wanted to get it all done together so that next year we can run new projects. So it's a new project, but not a new stone. Boy, this lid needs to be broke too. I just whipped the lids this past week. Really runny, almost like glass. It's only been 9 days, so this is the first one. Broke off. This is not grit. This is little pieces of rock that was so small it came through a mesh on the strainer. Glad that's happening in stage 1, because if that was in another stage it could ruin the whole batch. Just scratch all the surfaces and don't have that to happen. I'm seeing a lot of breakage in this barrel. Interesting. Alright, we're going to take this inside and we're going to do all these inspections. Okay, stay tuned. Just popping back in for a quick look at all the breakage we had in this barrel. stage 1.